Welcome back to another reaction for The Food Diary of Miss Maid, episode 1. Is this the opening? Sounds like the opening. Can't play the opening. Copyright. Okay.
メイドたるもの鳥の声とともに起き掃除は見えぬところまできっちりとたとえそれが日本の一角にある小さなアパートであってもよし
Okay. Normally, you would be the maid of someone, right? So, is there someone, or are you just a maid? Maybe this is before she goes to work as a maid. In maid clothing.
ちゃんと閉めたっけ
Okay. Is this going to escalate into, did I turn off the oven? Did I turn off the
閉
light?
まってました
Okay. Just making sure. Fair enough, fair enough.
確かこの辺り
Shion guide all of Japan.
この辺り
Okay. So you are not from Japan? I guess.
ガイドブックによると
Ayaki, okay.
タイは大事な日に食べるもの
Sea bream. Ayaki is not a fish, though. Isn't it the dough bread thing filled with like red bean or maybe custard, but not. It is shaped like a fish, but it's not a real fish, right? Ayaki.
Maid.
Yeah. You see some vanilla custard, red bean paste.
たい焼き一つお願いします
少々お時間かかりますが。
待ちます
Are you making them fresh? I mean, yeah. Yeah. So again, she's not from Japan. Is she from, I would assume, England? Because maids, England. I feel like those two always go together.
ご主人様
So you do have a master. Okay. And while he's away, you are just being a maid full time, I guess?
お元気でしょうか
I mean, was your master in the same apartment as you?
小さい頃に来ただけだから全然覚えてない
Oh.
ちょっと緊張しますもしもしスズメですはい無事に着きましたそちらはお変わりありませんかんご主人様どうかなさいましたか
スズメ、落ち着いて聞いてほしいんだが屋敷が倒壊しただからそのまましばらく日本にいてほしいんだ
I feel like that would be even more reason for her to come back. Help with the cleanup and stuff.
倒壊
ああ、屋上にプールを作るとか言ってでも幸い怪我人もいなくて1年ぐらいで治るから心配し
A year? Okay. I mean, yeah. It does make sense if the whole building collapsed. It makes sense it takes a while to rebuild. Where are you living? I mean, you have a whole mansion, you have maids. I assume you have like a second building. Okay.
しないで
What was even the plan? She's here for vacation?
スズメ、聞いてる
とします。ほんの少し休暇をいただいたつもりでしたが、
Okay, okay.
こんなことになるなんて。
Why are you in my uniforms though? Don't you know how to dress differently? Are you like back home? Are you maid 24/7?
でもお屋敷が治るまで約1年間なんとか一人で頑張らないと。一人で大丈夫かな。
お客さん、たい焼き焼けましたよ。
I mean, it looks very fresh, very golden, crisp.
本当に魚の
Never
形して
had
る。
a taiyaki, so I don't know. I'm just assuming some kind of batter, maybe like waffle batter with a nice filling. Sounds good.
かわいい。では
I also don't know if it's crispy or not.
たい焼きって頭から食べていいんでしょうか。
I mean, where else? Is the tail? I feel like there could be a discussion, heads or tails first. I mean, in general, this is how you got it presented, so the idea is to eat it from the head. But I also feel like that there are some heathens that start from the side or in the middle and just stick in that way. So I feel like this is similar to like Kit Kat, where it's like, oh yeah, you need to break it down. Some people just eat it like that.
それでは尻尾からいただきます。
I also feel like the tail is the least delicious part. I reckon there's not going to be a lot of filling in the tail.
薄いパリ。
That looks like propaganda. I don't believe this is how these turn out at all.
パリした皮にあんこ。甘すぎず甘くなさすぎず。
All propaganda.
メイドだ。
そういえばたい焼きには何か種類があるってガイドブックに。まあいいか。
ジュン、たい焼きには大きく分けて2種類あるぞ。
This is educational. I do like to learn. So you teach us a little bit more about the food we are going to see. I mean, this is the food diary of Miss Maid. So potentially a lot of food. So
一つは養殖物。大きな
I was like, is a farm taiyaki fish? What are we doing?
大きな焼き方で一度にたくさん作る方法で
So these are probably the ones you see online. Whenever you have like this big iron mold, you put butter in it, put a bunch of, the batter in, fill it, let it cook a little bit, fill it, put more batter in, then flip it. Similar to like the takoyaki, which you see also a big iron mold where you pour in the batter. So I'm assuming that is what they mean.
特徴として光
Right, and then you fill one side, fill the filling, fill it up with more stuff, then you flip the other side on top, and then you just flip it back and forth.
加減が難しいため分厚くもっちりとした生地が多い。
A thick, chewy crust. So it's not crispy. And what they show here is more what I would assume taiyaki really looks like. Now, quite a big batter being outside with a nice filling inside.
もう一つは天然物。一匹一匹人が手で焼く方法で重い焼き型を
Hmm. I have seen these as well. 2 kilogram. What? The mode? Okay.
常に返しながら調整し、時間もかかり重労働だが、火加減の調整が可能となり、パリッとした皮と尻尾までしっかりあんこの詰まったたい焼き。
Oh, okay. Okay. I stand corrected. Oops. So the farmed version is the one that has more batter, mostly because you need to do a bunch of them. You can't overcook them, so you can't really control it that well. Meanwhile, these ones have a lot more filling. I mean, they're probably also more expensive, but I would definitely prefer a crunchy exterior. It would be nice, crunchy exterior, a little bit of fluff, and then some filling.
火加減の調整が可能となり、パリッと
But supposedly these are filled with more stuff, which I would definitely try both just to see the difference.
した皮と
I also assume that the filling in these ones is a little bit different.
尻尾までしっかりあんこの詰まったたい焼きになるのだ。
これは何の種類なんだろう。
天然物です。
I mean, you
端っ
see
この
it.
カリカリになってるところ、味が違う気がして美味しい。
You could even take this and dip it in, I mean, many ways. Again, I also assume filling is different because if you have a lot of this filling, you probably don't want it to make it too sweet. Meanwhile, with the other one where you have less filling, you probably make it a little bit sweeter because it needs to fight more of the dough.
あんこの豆もほろっと崩れて、ほかほかあったかい。残すは頭の部分のみ。ごちそうさまでした。
I'm wondering about the price. Now, I was... In my head, I was like, are they going to tell us how much these are? But then on the other hand, it's like, prices change. So it makes sense to not have a price tied to a show that is, you know, going to be accessible for a long time. But I still wonder. I don't know what the other tire keys are going to cost. If I had to guess, I would say like probably $3 maybe. I don't know how big they are, and I'm assuming these ones are maybe like double that, so 6. But I don't know. I would like to know.
ごちそうさまでした。あれ、
But in my opinion, for one off, definitely worth trying.
ガイドブックに食べ方載
Even
って
if
ま
it
した。
is like $10.
たい焼きの食べる順番占い、尻
Mm.
尾から食べるあなたは今一歩踏み出せない小心者。ご主人様、スズメは頑張ります。
It's very weird that we are running around in a maid outfit. Oh, Takoyaki. I mean, it's a classic. We're going through the classics. I'm assuming we get to potentially miso soup because I feel like there's a lot of facets you can go there. Curry, we have to go to curry naturally. I don't really know much else. There are some sweets that are specifically Japanese. But general food, I mean ramen, probably going to get that at some point. Now the question is, are we also going to the convenience store food? Like instant ramen. What else? There was another one I had in my mind. I just lost. But there's another one. I mean, hot pot going. I don't know how, because she's alone. We also have the. What was it called? The one you make yourself? Okonomiyaki? Probably said wrong, but you know what I mean. The one you make more or less yourself. There was another one next to ramen. Or we have soba, most likely. There's a bunch, but because we are going so fast, we seemingly get to like 3 every episode. So I don't know if this is like 12 episodes, that is like 36 dishes. Grandma.
スズメ
Blue eyes.
お久しぶりですおばあ様。
よく来たねスズメ元気だったかい？
おじい様もお元気ですか？
可愛い孫が帰ってきたのに今日は用事で来られなくて残念がってたよ。にしてもあんたすごい荷物。
Luckily, she's going to be here for a year, but I would be in the same boat as the grandfather. Your father, grandfather, whatever. Because she's overseas for like ever. I assume they visited her. And now she's coming back. You probably want to spend a lot of time with your family.
だね。
おばあ様へのお土産です
全部？
安心してくださいちゃんとお家までお運びしますよ
いやタクシーで帰るからいいよ。せっかく日本に来たんだから今日は付き合ってちょうだい。
もちろんです
とりあえずそれはロッカーに入れなさい。
Right. I mean, these look very different to the ones I remember seeing. But it makes sense if you go around for some stuff. I do also wonder, are we going into drinks? Or only food?
匂いにつられて買っちゃったたまんないね
食べたいの？確かこの
I mean, most of the stuff she is going to eat is not really available. Unlike Europe or maybe America more so.
辺りにあったはずよね。私も食べたことないから気になるわ。
Never had any before either. Really?
素直に
食べたいです
よろしい。
Again, no pricing. No direct pricing.
すごいすごい作ってるところが見えますよねえおばあ様
ソースの6個入り青のり抜き。爪楊枝は4本お願いね。
おばあ様本当に初めてですか
For toothpicks? And then you have like the two. I don't know if you use chopsticks or something else, but as soon as it's halfway done, you flip them. Or I believe you only flip them halfway, and then you can add some more batter in, and then you can flip them.
何それ
Oh, these things. Okay.
たこ焼きピックだよ。
They have special picks. Okay. So you fill them as much as possible. Then you slowly flip them. I guess the batter's going to be dragged down, so you may have like a more fluffy interior.
あっという間にまん丸に。
ここからがすごいんだよ。
え、それってどういう油？たこ焼きの周りの油がバチバチして、まさか。
そうだよ。
You never had these, you said.
ふんわり焼いた後から揚げ焼きすることによって外はカリカリ中はトロッとを実現してるのさ。
おばあ様やっぱり常連ですよね。
With bonito flakes and some sauce, taiyaki sauce? I don't know. What kind of sauce? Not taiyaki. Takoyaki. Also never had these. And these flakes, they just react to the heat, I believe. I also was not aware you would use some oil at the end. Interesting. There is some really satisfying videos around this where they take a huge knob of butter and then slide it around, have all the butter melt into these little, shapes, or into the, the pan, which is very satisfying. Very nice sound.
踊るカツ
いただきます。
オ。スズメ、先食べな。いいから。
じゃあ
Buy 4 pigs though.
スズメ、甘いね。
おばあ様、それは一体。
チュン、爪楊枝は2本同時に使うことによってきれいに形を保ったまま食べることができるぞ。
私も。
I was wondering, hers looked like it was falling off. Huh. I assumed, okay, because I never had these, so it seems like the interior is somewhat gooey, not fully, cooked or has not set yet. But you can keep the form? Interesting.
同時に使うことによってきれいに形を保ったまま食べることができるぞ。
私もやります。
That is why
熱
she
い
had
から気をつけ
4.
な。
こうですか？
上手上手。ごちそうさまでした。
お腹あったかい。
元気そうで安心したよ。日本暮らしも大丈夫そうかい？
全然大丈夫です。
素直に。
不安はあります。イギリスでの生活が長かったですし。
England made it did make sense. I don't know why it makes sense. It just does for some reason.
お屋敷のことも心配ですし。
大丈夫。スズメは私の孫だから。おいしいお店見つけたら教えるのよ。
もちろんです。ご主人様、不安なこともあるけれど、今はこの生活を楽しみたいと思います。
Okay, we go into, I believe these are sweet. So, sweets as well. Additionally, this would even mean we have 4 things every episode. I feel like that's going to be a lot. I'm assuming we didn't get an in-depth explanation because the grandma was explaining it. But I hope we do get some more of that.
こことここも これでよし。
スズメ、美味しいお店見つけたら教えるのよ。
So now we officially start our adventure. I see. To find a place to show grandma. I mean, okay. Some motivation.
これでおばあ様をびっくりさせよ
And grandpa, for that matter.
この時期のおすすめスポット。ご主人様、日本は今春真っ盛り。桜が満開です。
ジュン、種類は様々だが日本各地で多く見られるのはソメイヨシノという種類だ。このソメイヨシノはクローンで増えていて遺伝子や成長時期は同じ。いわゆる桜前線は地域ごとの温度差を参考にしているのでそれぞれの地域で咲く時期がわかるのだ。ジュン、
宇宙から見たら面白いだろうな。
I didn't know they were clones of each other. Interesting. We have odango. They're delicious. You also have, I assume, mochi. Right. One I was missing the whole time was the jelly donut.
団子といえば桜にまつわる日本のことわざ、花より団子、風流よりも利益を選ぶこと。花、団子、花、団子、団子、団子、団子。
No idea what dango is. Looks like... I'm assuming it's sweet. I don't actually know. Could be like a dough ball with some sauce. Could be something like a sweet dough ball with some glaze. I don't know.
真っ白なお団子に黄金に輝くタレ。いただき。
I mean, that was very nondescript. Pure white dango with brilliant golden sauce. In which direction do we go?
輝くタレ。
Sweet, savory. And I believe they always come in 2 packs, right?
ねっとり甘い
Sticky sweet sauce. Oh, mochi. Okay. Makes sense.
タレに歯切れのいいもっちもちのお餅。焦げ部分の香りが香ばしくてパクパク食べちゃう。
Toasted mochi. Okay.
2個目以降のお団子ってどうやって食べたらいいんでしょう。1、そのままかじる。危ない。2、加えてから引っ張る。ワイルド。チュンガイドに乗ってるかな。
任せるチュン。お団子はお茶会などのかしこまった席では楊枝などを使って串から外して食べるのがマナーだが、そうでない場合はまず横から1/3を食べてひっくり返して残った部分を食べるときれいに食べることができるチュン。
Okay. A little bit convoluted. I would just pull it off. But fair enough. I mean, I would not care what other people think anyway.
花より団子。欲張りかもだけど桜のあるお団子が私は好きだな。
ちなみに先に一口目で1/3以上を食べてしまうと落ちてしまうので注意だ。
Luckily, it doesn't matter much because you have a little stick you can eat it with. Jelly donut. Well, what is this chicken mixed rice? Is that a cookie? Or is that also onigiri? The only problem where I'm living at onigiris are really expensive. They cost like $3 per one, which I feel like is too much. Even though they're very delicious. Very delicious. It's like a whole meal in one little package and really flavorful. Still, $3 is a little bit much for one. I need at least two.
持ってきた食料も尽き、朝食を用意しようと思ったものの、引っ越してすぐに使えないのは知りませんでした。でもそんな日でも
Also interesting that she wants to have some hot water. I assume for tea
でも
because
そん
England
な日でも早朝営業
convenience store.
おにぎりとお手拭きが買えるなんて日本すごい。まずは鶏五目
This is an onigiri. Okay. Because I always assume they're in that triangular shape. I never assumed they would be round. I thought this would be cookie.
おっと、その前にウェットティッシュで手を拭いて
Why?
いただきます。鶏に
Again, my assumption was always that you have a whole ball of rice and then a little bit of filling in the middle, similar to like the taiyaki. But what I found out is that you more or less you mix the rice with all the ingredients and then you form them into a ball, which means that every bite is full of the flavor,
肉
which
ごぼう
is
にタケノコ、人参、しいた
very
け、
delicious.
ゴロゴロ食感が楽しい。しっとりした海苔との一体感も味のアクセントになってて、
Not a fan of the seaweed, gonna be honest. Not really a fan. It's taste wise probably good. I don't like it just doesn't feel good, and it also feels like it doesn't want to stay on. I don't know. I'm not a fan.
おいしい。お次は鮭。ああ。
Are you going to explain how to open these? It's like a science for itself, which is why I dislike the seaweed, because by opening the package, the seaweed comes loose and you need to put it back. I
開け方。
don't know. There's like a strip, you pull it down in the middle, and then you can pull out one side and then the other side.
あ、下に書いてある。なんか楽しい。
Exactly. But for me, it's like because the seaweed is folded into the plastic somehow. I don't know. Again, could also be just the ones I had. First don't seem to be like that.
できた。では。
But I do see the benefit because the seaweed is going to most likely keep your fingers more clean, less
海
sticky.
苔がパリパリ。さっきと全然違う。そうか。海苔を直前に巻くから。
This is how I imagined all of them to be. But the ones I had were not like this. Which again, very
お米の
delicious.
水分でしっとりしなかっ
Too
たんだ。
expensive.
ジュン、この包装紙はカットテープ型といって1986年に開発され、おにぎり界に革命を起こしたぞ。
And again, the ones I have, the seaweed is partially inside the plastic. So if you pull it off the side, you have a part of the seaweed more or less flapping around.
お米もこっちはギュッと詰まってる感じ。鮭も味が濃いめで白いご飯と合う。袋になぜか余ってた海苔はお祈りしちゃおう。
なぜか。ちなみに成分表のシールを先に剥がすと綺麗に開けやすいぞ。
ごちそうさまでした。朝ごはんが美味しいとい 一日が素敵になる気がします。いきなり素敵なことが。
Cat distribution system working it when it's wonders.
触りたい。でも勝手に
Don't pet the stray cat.
猫にご飯あげちゃダメっておばあ様が言ってたし、遊んであげるおもちゃもない。そういえば動物は目線の高さを合わせるといいって誰かが。この時間なら人もいないし。
今
You're not going to meow, right?
からなら3時間寝れる。そしたらまた会社戻って。
I mean, that is at least realistic sounds to make for a cat, or trying to get a cat to come to you. This one or the ps, 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 are the two ones that I know.
よーしよし、おいでおいで。
猫メイドやばい。そう
So here we have someone who's working a normal job from what I can tell in Japan. Like no time off, no free time, just work.
猫メイド。すいませんすいません。
The worst part is she can't even play it off because you're freaking in the maid outfit. Everyone can tell who you are from like a mile away. Maybe not in Akihabara, but everywhere else.
あー、ひどいだ。しかもお隣さん、ご挨拶するチャンスだったのに。
思ったより疲れ溜まってるな。早く寝よう。
Oh, we get another one. Baumkuchen, okay. Not Japanese. Pretty sure not Japanese. It's not even German. At least the name. I don't believe it's German though. I don't remember. But it's a lot of layers. A lot of layers as a cake. Does it count as a cake? I don't know.
何回見ても家の前にメイドがいる。
Oh, it's a neighbor's gift. By the way, this is our fifth item. So we are going through a lot. I assumed at the beginning 3. Now we are at 5.
はい。
はじめまして、立花すずめと申します。ご挨拶が遅くなってしまい申し訳ありません。イギリスから来まして1年ほどこちらでお世話になることになりました。よろしくお願いいたします。
どうも。
先日はお見苦しい姿をお見せしてしまいすみません。
見間違いじゃなかったか。
それでこちらよろしかったら。
バウムクーヘン。
あ、これバウムクーヘンなんですか？
You bought it without knowing what it is?
確認ですけど、あなたが持ってきたんですよね。
違う。すみません。こういった時に何を持って。
For a moment I thought she just bought something, but before going into her own apartment, putting it down, she just went to her neighbors. Totally forgetting that she bought it.
聞いたら用意してくれて、それで持ってきただけで。どうし？すみません。
食べたことないんでしょ、バウムクーヘン。
So you took the gift, you brought it inside, you got one of the packages out. Okay.
1個持っていきなよ。
ありがとうございます。
じゃあ
By the way, I would be so mad if you told me, "Oh, I have Baumkuchen," and you give me this. No. This is not. No, this is not how this should be. It should be the full cake. You can cut into it, not a little pieces.
あ、すみません。お名前をお伺いしても。
Don't they have names at the door?
小松です。そういや、メイド服のこと聞き忘れたな。まあでも、人目を気にしないで好きなことやってる結果なんだろうな。さて、お茶でも入れるか。
Why is it dark? Did you sleep?
はい。
すっごく美味しかったです。
You already ate it?
我慢できなくてすぐに開けちゃって。いただきます。
Do you even have like... Okay, I mean, it makes sense that you have some utensils inside the box.
ふわふわの、それはもうふわふわで、ふんわりもしつつ、しっとりもしていて、控えめなんですが繊細な甘さで、怪獣のお砂糖もシャリシャリで、生地とは違った甘さで合わさって、より美味しくて、気がついたら全部食べ。
He just wants to go to sleep.
やってしまったかもしれない。ちょっと待って、食べるのも感想言いに来るのも早すぎて。さっきの表情ってこらえてたのに無理。お腹痛い。久々に表情筋使ったわ。
変なやつ。ナナ。
ナナ？
私の名前小松ナナ。ちゃんと言ってなかったから。そのお土産もありがとう。
スズメです。立花スズメ。
さっき聞いたよ。
バウムクーヘンには幸せを重ねていくという意味があるぞ。チュン。
I would have liked a little bit of an explanation how Baumkuchen is made. Because it's a lot of layers. To better symbolize what kind of texture you are going for. Okay. So we see some drawing. Yeah, this feels like the old memes of step 1. It's like step 1, step 2, step 3 question mark, and step 4. Done. Ignore the shading, ignore all the flowers. You just do it. Easy. And you get even more. Okay, so this is a preview. Some eyes. I wonder if we get to see the little ice bottles. So the plastic bottles that have like the ice cream you share. And you rip off the top. Okay. I mean, so far, lots of different foods. Again, 5 different foods in one episode. Not what I expected. We will see if they keep that up or they reduce the numbers a little bit now that we have more characters introduced. And we also have a guy being introduced next episode. I mean, so far, I'm very interested. I do like food. Who could have guessed? And I also like to learn new stuff. But again, this is not Japanese. By means, not that. I mean, ramen is not Japanese as well. As far as I know, it's Chinese. Still too expensive.